please do share, like, and subscribe and comment if you like this video. Today, I'm going to talk about my own book that I wrote, The Kali, The Silence She Carried. This book is to every girl who has remained silent, to every woman who continues to carry the weight of her struggles. I want to say them. You are not alone, and your story is powerful. For anyone who has ever felt unseen or unloved, this book is for you. This is available on Amazon. You can get your copy and share with your family and friends as well. The money from this book goes half for the Kali. So technically, this story I wrote because I met Kali in Pokhara, in Nepal, when I was visiting Pokhara 34 years ago. And I met her accidentally on the bench. She was sitting beside the Phewa Lake, Phewa Tal, if you know about that. So she was very in deep thought when I met her. So she looked at my eyes with tears and said, I want you to write my story. I was so surprised. I don't know what to say, right? When some strange people randomly say something to you very valuable, how you can react. Same situation happened to me. I did not know what to say. We were a stranger, and but there was something about her voice, her presence. I felt like a similar. She was. I felt like she was talking part of me, and I had long kept quiet. I don't know what to say. I nodded my head without fully understanding why. But in deep down, I knew this moment was meant to stay with me forever. You won't believe me. Everything was she was telling me was painful. And I was thinking, wow, how did she survive? I this book, since that I tried to write this book, and I was only 16, right? After I heard her story. But it was very hard to explain in a word. Why did it took me so long to publish? Because I was hesitant like others, right? As a woman, how you feel, right? In the world, they always discourage. Even I'm working in a good company, but still people see me different way. I was hesitant, afraid, and I was afraid of failure. Therefore, I kept this book in my heart for a longer period of time. But then when I visited last month, 2025 in Nepal, I had to meet her because my brother-in-law passed away and she came to see me. And then I was very ashamed. I told her I will write her story and I wrote it, but I was afraid to publish. And I promised her I will. In that moment, I felt like Kali wasn't only speaking for herself, but for me too. And for every little girl and every woman who has ever suffered in silence, her voice carried the weight of the many untold stories. Stories of the women who stayed silent to keep their families together, who hid their pain to keep the peace, and who endured more than words could express. Therefore, I decided today this book is for them. And it's a reminder that your voice matters. You do not have to hold your pain. Be brave, speak, share your truth. your hurts, your fears, your tears. Don't let everything stay locked inside. Trust me, it hurts. Silence can quickly break your spirit. It can make you feel invisible, sorry. But you deserve more. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be healed. Therefore, I choose to write this Kali's story to tell every woman you are matter. You deserve to be free, to be heard, to be treated with love and dignity, just like anyone else in the world. At first, I didn't know how to write Kali's story. Right? I mentioned I was scared I wouldn't do the justice. I worried. I couldn't capture how much she carried. What if people think I'm failure? What if people didn't like this story, this book? What if they laughed at me? Deep down, but I felt like I had lived Kali's life without even realizing. For years, I couldn't find the courage to publish this book. It was ready. Not because I didn't want to, I tried, but every time I started, fear pulled me back. I doubted myself. What if I failed? What if I messed it up? But even with all the fear, I never forgot Kali. Her story stayed with me locked. The light she left in me never went out. Her voice lived quietly in my heart, reminded me to keep going. She was always there, whispering gently, nudging me to be brave. And now, last year, after so many years, I have finally decided to write her story and ready to share. Not because I'm fearless, but because her voice deserves to be heard. And many people outside, many women, they need to know they are not alone. And the way Kali survived, they can survive too. They can find their own strength. I hope when you able to buy this book in Amazon and you understand how hard it can be to be born a girl in a many part of the world. In some homes that should feel safe and full of love, girls face pain, judgment, and brutality. Molested, right? The saddest part, the pain often comes from the very people who are supposed to protect them. And most parents have no idea what their daughter go through quietly. In this book, you are about to read is not just like Kali's story. It is tribute to the every girl who was told she was too much or not enough. To every woman who carries pain in silence, and to every soul who has learned to turn that silence into strength. As you move through these pages, I invite you to listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Kali's silence carried weight, but now her story has a voice. It is time the world heard it. Thank you, everyone. I would like to, if you like more stories about Kali, I'll be sharing the stories in next video. Please do like, share, and comment. This will encourage me to write her second part because in this book, how Kali was abandoned by her own mother and her family and dragged out of the house to die. But Kali never gave up. She rewrote her story. She chose courage. She chose strength. She chose power. So therefore, next live, I'll be sharing how the girl by the lake, Kali, decided to write her story. Thank you so much. Please do like, share, subscribe. I'll be preparing for the chapter one for you. And please go visit Amazon and buy it. This book, the money from this book, be sharing with the Kali in Nepal, who is still surviving and has two children and living the life on her own rules and principle and forgiving other people. Thank you. God bless you. Stay healthy, happy, and strong.